Hey YouTube, SlingBlade98 here. I'm back here in my old apartment. To all of you who said, nice new webcam, nice room, it's an improvement over the last area you did your videos in, better quality. Sorry to let you back down off the, pedestal, but that was my sister's house, that was my sister's camera, so I'm back here at my old dingy apartment with my old shitty camera, and, I'm very, very tired of this thing, because, in comparison to watching the kind of recording quality I got with a more modern camera, which I believe is about circa 2008 or 2007, much more smooth and responsive to light and sound recording. With this one, it actually is more comparative, as in terms of picture. It makes me look like a character from a 1988 Nintendo game, and it makes me sound like I'm talking through a hollow roll of toilet paper. So that's just phenomenal, and I know this because I went back and watched some of my old videos in comparison to those two I did prior to this one. So, it's very annoying, and I thank you guys for sticking with me. Hopefully we can get a new webcam together so you guys can enjoy these videos in a better quality. I'm looking into getting one because, as I said, the quality of these videos since I've begun is something to abhor. Don't mince my words into something else. I mean the recording and audio quality. I'd like to think I've done good on content at least, but I'd like to try and get a new webcam together, as I said, sometime before my birthday. Don't hold your breath, that's in June. Hopefully someone will surprise me, or I will be able to get some money together. Either way, just thank you for sticking around with me, even though the quality is not as good as it can be. Anyways, believe it or not, despite the 2 minutes I've spent ranting on my shitty webcam, there actually is another topic of this video, big surprise there, wrestling topic, Vladimir Koslov. The main thing that prompted me to want to make a video on Vladimir Koslov was ROH Styles' video on the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards of 2008, and Vladimir Koslov was awarded the Most Overrated Wrestler of the Year award, and ROH Styles said, quote unquote, WWE needs to learn their lesson and scrap him from the roster. I very much so disagree with ROH Styles. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way now. I respect all of you guys. You're entitled to your opinions. But with that stated, I don't honestly see why people, think Vladimir Koslov should get fired. Now, I will give you guys one thing. He is probably overrated, but that's because of his booking. He has been put in the main event much too fast, and his character falls into a very boring archetype. What can I suggest to improve the Vladimir Koslov character? He is a very good wrestler, so in ring I think he just needs to add a little bit more to his moveset. Out of the ring, on terms of being on the mic and stuff, I don't know what the guy actually has as mic skills, because as I said, he falls into the very boring archetype of, Moscow Mauler, which is pretty much another way to say, brutal, very quiet foreign guy. So he needs to, talk a little bit more, get some more character depth, and move beyond the Moscow Mauler. Maybe add a few more moves to his repertoire beyond, that really awesome running kick he does, the sambo throws, and the headbutts. They're all very nice moves, but also beyond improving his moveset and his mic skills, I think that he needs to be booked better. Now, obviously, that's easier said than done in WWE. It's sometimes very, very hard to get them to listen to us as fans and actually book someone the correct way. Vladimir Koslov has been put in the main event too soon, and he's with a guy that doesn't really complement his style. On his own, with a wrestler of similar wrestling style, Vladimir Koslov will put on a very dry match. I'm not, disputing that, because he's put in there with Triple H, another wrestler who's primarily, a slow-paced, wear down, ground and pound type power wrestler. He needs to be in there with someone who's going to spice things up a little bit, because Vladimir Koslov is basically, mixing him with, Triple H is pretty much like, it produces like dry dog food. You need to add some water so he can actually enjoy like gravy train. Add Brian Kendrick, a high-flying wrestler who, whose style will actually complement the big man. Seeing him like counter moves, or seeing Vladimir Koslov get nailed by moves. it'll put both men over. Vladimir Koslov, with the intelligent fans will say, like, he can sell well. He's putting on a good performance against someone of an opposite style. He can work well with varying people. It would also be cool in terms of just nice spots, seeing him counter some flying moves with like headbutts or kicks or clotheslines, throws, whatever the guy can think up. He's got a nice move set on him. So hopefully he'll get put on there with more wrestlers like Brian Kendrick. And as I said, he needs to obviously be paired with wrestlers besides Triple H, who's pretty much the same style, and that's going to produce something that the WWE fans, who basically want a like fast-paced sort of entertaining wrestling match, like the cruiserweights would put on. They need to add something to spice him up, basically, and they need to expand his character and his moveset a little bit. As for the being pushed too fast part of it, I think that they need to be very careful when they move him back down a little bit to the mid-card. Sorry, hiccups. As I said, they need to be very careful in doing this so they don't totally bury him. They want to make him seem like he's, they need to put him on a steady path so he can rise back up there. Kind of like with MVP, I think, a possible reason why they might be burying MVP is because they pushed him too fast in his first couple of years. He was very successful, but when they wanted to do anything but put a belt around him, he had already been there pretty much, so they didn't have much to do but kind of demote him to a place where he could do a little bit more, and they had to do that by, maybe putting him on a losing streak. So hopefully, before Vladimir Koslov gets pushed too big too soon, they can find some way to gently push him back down a little bit and actually organize a better path for his, rise to success. Because the guy's got a lot of potential. He's a great wrestler, and I'm sure he could develop some mic skills if they're willing to, and keep him on a steady push. I mean, he's not the kind of guard who needs, the kind of guard, what the hell? Sorry, my exhaustion's getting me. The kind of guy who, pretty much is a shooting star like Evan Bourne or Jeff Hardy. That's a fast-paced, like, I can actually rise to the top with sheer speed type of thing. He's more of a, steadily get there type thing. So they need to build him up over, 6 to 8 months, and then I think he'll be ready to be where he was at, around Survivor Series in the world title with guys like The Game, and hopefully then he'll have added a little bit more variety to his style. As for, you guys who think that Vladimir Koslov needs to just get fired now, I sincerely disagree, and I hope that you agree with me in giving him a chance. If not, then post a video or response saying why you think he needs to get scrapped specifically, or at least leave me a comment or a message. Please, I want some sort of response on this. Thank you. I'm out. Have a nice day, everyone. It'll probably be morning when you see this, morning or midday. Anyways, I'm out. Have a good day, everyone.